Hello everybody, it's Rick. It is March the 14th, 2022. It's a Monday. If you need to reach me, if you're interested in receiving my paperwork, a lot of people are very happy when they receive my paperwork because it gives you hope. It gives you a lot of ammunition. See, there's no cut and dry way of fighting child support. Okay, every state is different. Some states are, they make it very. Some states are harder than others, but my paperwork could be used in every state. Okay, I use on. Yeah, again, I'm sorry I got cut off. My paper is on pleading paper, which means it could be accepted in any court anywhere in the United States. If any clerks try and pull any fast ones on you, I provide clerk paperwork. I mean, I got you. Excuse my language. I got you covered. Okay, I've been doing this for several years now, and I know all the tricks that they pull, and I've made paperwork for almost everything. I just received a nice email just to show you guys that my paperwork is effective. Okay, I don't make any guarantees, but I do guarantee that your paperwork will be taken serious. Okay, it's going to take a little effort on your end. Okay, you're in a battle. Okay, you're a victim of a fraud, and the way this country works is everything is contractual. You don't realize it though, and the government's not going to help you out. So what happens is when they send you the letter in the mail, that's really an offer, the contract for services, and if you do not, if you don't respond the right way or you stay silent, you are consenting to contract. All right, so, my paperwork, when you respond, you're responding the right way. Okay? So again, my email is rick, RICK0327 at me.com. Listen, please keep your email brief. Okay, I do not speak on the phone. I don't give legal advice. Okay, I'm not a lawyer. I do not get personally involved. Okay, what does that mean? That means that I'm not going to be going back and forth with you on the, hey Rick, what about this? I don't do that, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, this is your battle, not mine. Okay, I provide videos. I provide a lot of videos. I provide, as part of my paperwork, PowerPoint slides. A lot of the slides that you see here, I provide in the email. Okay, so you can study that way. You can go back and look at my older videos. Okay. Okay, I only have paperwork that is for child support. I don't have any other paperwork. Okay. I have paperwork for you if your driver's license is suspended. Let me see. So anyway, let me put this slide up here. Do not be afraid and assert confidence. Okay. So if you stand aside of a court or show your face on a Zoom, you are consenting. So immediately say that you do not consent, and your appearance of any kind. Look at this here, of a kind, and I forgot to put an N there. Any kind is under duress because, where the hell is this thing here? Jesus, Lord, help me. Excuse me, guys. Because you were threatened with arrest and suspensions of your driver's license. That's called a psychological tactic, okay? So you're immediately, that's their way to trick you to contract with them. And the way the law is, they're allowed to do that. It's you have to know the law. So when you have my paperwork, you could fight. Okay, you're going to respond the right way. You're going to say, I do not consent to these proceedings. Okay, as I said in my last video. And please bear with me, guys. I'm kind of rusty, you know. I used to bang out 3 or 4 videos in a week. Sometimes 5 or 6. I used to do them in my car. I'm a little rusty, but trust me, my paperwork is on the mark, okay? So, let me show you here. I got a nice email from a guy named Rob, okay? And he wanted me to share this with you guys because he knows what it's like to be, you know, to go through the stress. It's very stressful, okay? So, Rick, I'm sharing this because I know the importance of having hope and faith. My paperwork does that too. When you get the paperwork in the email, not every time, but 85 to 90% of the time I get a response from people. They're so happy because they realize that they're receiving good paperwork, that the gift is really well spent, and it gives you confidence. That's what my paperwork does, okay? And I've had people triumph. So again, you have a chance. Now, this guy Rob, he had liens on his property, and he had the liens. He sent in my paperwork, and the liens were dropped. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, having hope and faith to keep fighting. This is proof we all must fight. It's a scam. It's a scam, guys. It's a contractual scam. What happens is the mother or the father, depending on the situation, usually it's the mother, they go to the court and they file an application. But here's the trick. They call it a petition. All right? It's not a petition. It's an application for services for child support. And then they provide all of your information. Then you get a letter in the mail and telling you must appear, or you may be arrested, and your driver's license may be suspended. Psychological tactics to get you to appear, and the way the law is written, if you show up or you do not contest, you are accepting services. Okay. Also, another scam is the fake judge will order you to sign paperwork or issue an order that you must pay through child support, and it's a scam. They cannot order you to contract, so that's why you have to fight. You have to be confident. Okay, so let me get back. Please black out my address, which I did. Okay, so background. I have one of the worst cases in Indiana. My ex is a tax assessor. I have had one whole county of judges recused after years of abuse and extortion. I have an active warrant for arrest and jail for 2 months. Not only was I being jailed for support, he added $9,000 for attorney fees, which is another scam, to my purge of contempt. He was never served. Okay, he was never served. That's another thing they need to gain personal jurisdiction over you. They have to serve you, and then if they serve you, you have to respond saying, under no circumstances am I waiving personal jurisdiction. Okay, personal jurisdiction is giving the state jurisdiction over you. Okay, just give me a second here. I'm doing laundry again. Yeah, sorry, I had to take clothes out of the dryer. You heard the alarm kept going off. So, anyway. So, Rob filed his own notices of their fraud. He started watching my videos. I'm moving things along here. I got your paperwork, and after a lot of studying and reading, I chose to file. This is one of the affidavits he filed. Notice of dismissal of arrest warrant for alleged unpaid court debt on the grounds the court lacks personal jurisdiction and must not use arrest warrants as a mean of coercing payment of alleged debt. That's another thing. They're not allowed to threaten you with arrest. That's another scam they use to get you to pay a debt. It's another psychological tactic. Okay? So he chose that affidavit, court filing. This is one, again, I maybe I did this in the last video, but you guys got to see it. These are the affidavits right here. This is just one email, by the way. Okay? So this is just for court filings. All right, I got a writ of habeas corpus here. The one that he filed right here is come on, here we go. This is the one he filed. Notice for dismissal of arrest warrant for failure to appear in court for alleged unpaid court debt. All right, look at this thing. And I'm going fast. You want to know why, guys? Because I don't want anybody copying my work, all right, and then selling it on their own. Remember, I said in the video I made yesterday, there are people out there who resell my paperwork as their own. Okay, they're entrepreneurs. All right. Actually, it's funny. Yesterday, I got an email from a guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I was on my own. I got off child support, but I'd like to have your paperwork so I can help educate others." So, translation, he wants to sell my paperwork. Okay, this is my hard-on work. I worked my hard-on work. Listen to me. This is my work. I worked hard for it. All right. There were days I would spend hours typing, and then I have to update the paperwork. I spent a lot of time on this stuff. All right. And I don't ask for a lot for a gift. Okay. So this is how many pages? So this is what I do is I quote a order, Department of Justice letter that was sent out to all the courts. Okay, where the hell is it? Just give me a second here. Come on, minimize. Sometimes fucking computer. Look at this thing. Won't minimize. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, sorry. My computer's acting up. I'm one of these suspicious people that I wouldn't be shocked if I'm watched. You know what I mean? Yesterday, at the end of my video, I showed a website for bonds for the win, and it's for getting the surety bonds and oath bonds. All of these judges and government officials, they have to be insured, and they're insured by these surety bonds. And if you can get access to that, you can actually hold the judge to their oath. And it's not easy to do. And actually, Rob, that I was just showing you the email, he was quick to email me to remind me, and I'm gonna, you have to be careful doing this. You're playing around with judges. Judges are very dangerous. Okay, they can destroy your life. So there's a gentleman, I'm not going to say his name, but he filed a lien against one of these judges, and he wound up in jail for like 11 months. So you have to do it the right way. I'm not saying he did it the wrong way, but just you have to be careful. If you notice, I didn't give any instructions because I'm not quite sure how to do it. I have in the past tried to find their bonds, but it's not easy. It's really not easy. But again, there's a movement online of people doing it. My man Jeheritic reached out to me about doing it. He mentioned it, and because he heard it, there's a movement because of this whole COVID stuff. A lot of these politicians, what they did to us, closing down businesses, that was all illegal. All right, governors closed down courthouses. Like I could tell you here in New York State, we had Andrew Cuomo, this creep. You know what he did? He had the courthouses shut down. Then there's an actual window. There's a window dedicated just for filing lawsuits against the governor. Okay? And he had that shut down. So nobody could file lawsuits against this guy. So for months, the people were not able to file lawsuits against this guy. All for this, now this is my opinion, a bullshit pandemic, okay? All they did was take the seasonal cold and through marketing, using fear on the news, turned it into this sickness, deadly sickness, which it wasn't. If you looked at the actual numbers from the CDC, the mortality rate was, meaning the chances of you dying was, you had a better chance of being struck by lightning. Okay? What they also did, they people, here's the thing, it's a fact. Every day people die. It's just, it's part of life, people die. And they took they were very creative. They used these tests, and these PCR tests, they, from what I understand, they have a 90% false positive rate. So that means 9 out of 10 people, if they test positive, they have a 90% chance of not getting sick at all. That's what that BS, what was it called? Let me stay to the core stuff, because I'm gonna go off on a tangent. I don't want to get my video shut down. I don't know. I don't want to. It was asymptomatic, which is from these other doctors out there that you won't find on the mainstream media because they're not being paid. They'll tell you asymptomatic is a scam also. Okay? Asymptomatic means when you're not showing any symptoms. So if you're not showing any symptoms, you can't cause anybody to get sick. But I'm not a doctor. That's just my opinion from what I hear. Okay, let me get back to this. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. That was another passion of mine. All right. I even made paperwork for that, by the way. It was a hardship. I did a video on it like a year and change ago. All right. So they're not allowed to use warrants or threats of warrants or threats of arrest to get you to pay a debt. This was a United States Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, a letter that came out in 2016. Now, supposedly this was the DOJ withdrew this under that creep Bill Barr. But anyway, this still stands. Okay, all these case laws are still, they're legit. So it says, courts must not incarcerate a person for non-payment of fines or fees without first conducting an indigency determination. Okay, so they must see if you have the ability to pay, or if your failure to pay was willful. That's the same thing with child support, by the way. Okay, so this, you submit this Department of Justice memo with the the notice of dismissal for arrest warrant. This is what Rob filed. Okay, and he got he had liens on all of his vehicles, and his vehicles were all paid off, by the way. So he filed the paper. Next thing you know, he got in the mail the cars, the liens were removed. Okay, so let's get back to this letter. Note, they never ever been at a hearing nor filed anything on my case. They are watching in the background like a snake in the grass. This is with the Title 4D people. Yes, I don't know what he's talking about here. I was so stressed out I didn't get or open the mail for a week. I know what that's like. How many of you guys out there are afraid when the mailman shows up, a mailwoman, the letter carrier? I know I was. Okay? So, the Title 4D removed all the liens from his property they stole from years ago. Okay? Here's one. Robert, please be advised the Department of Child Service has released a lien on your vehicle below. Okay, that's one. Here's another one. And there was 3 of them, actually. Okay, I blacked out his information like he asked me to. I don't know what's going on here with this preview. Okay, but oh well. Lastly, they removed the $16,000 in arrears. He's now current. Okay, by filing my paperwork. All right, so it shows you that my paperwork, as he puts it, this was a huge financial win. All he got his vehicles back, and his $16,000 in arrears are gone just by filing this paperwork. Okay, and that's just one paperwork for one scenario. Okay, I'm saying okay a lot. I'm sorry. That's what happens when you talk. Let me quit this because for some reason I am not able to minimize that preview. Okay, so let me show you again paperwork that you received from me. Okay, this is the court filings. Court affidavits filed before appearing in court to challenge jurisdiction. So right away, see, everybody's case is different. So you have a whole slew of papers to file. Okay, I got 1, 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E. That's all related to one filing. Okay, I suggest when you get it, just take your time and read all of them. You're in a fight. You're gonna learn just by reading. It's also repetitive. All right. Then you have, that's one email you're going to receive from me. Then you get the second one is the writ of quo warranto. Yes, and guys, this is, I don't want to get, Rick, I don't have that. You have it. I've been sending this out for a while. What happens when I do these videos, I get people that sent me a gift from a year, 2 or 3 ago, and they're like, Rick, I checked my file, but I don't have it. You have it. Okay? And if you didn't get it, you want to get it, you're going to have to send me another gift. That's the way it works, because I work to update these affidavits. All right? I put my time in. All right? So this is writ of quo warranto papers. What writ of quo warranto does, it's a common law writ of proceeding challenging the jurisdiction of the court. That's what it does. I suggest you file that right away if you're going to go to these, because they're not constitutional. All right? That's really strong paperwork. Motion to disqualify the presiding officer of the court for practicing law from the bench. These court, family court, support magistrates in front of the court, they're practicing law. They're really lawyers, acting like judges, and they're in violation of 28 U.S.C. Section 454 by practice of law. All right. So that's another affidavit. Another email you receive for affidavits. Then you got to send affidavits to the child support agency. All right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18. There's 20. Well, there's 21 affidavits here. Okay, here's one for a financial hardship. If you were fired from your job, or you're ill. You got everything. You got so many things to file. These are all different scenarios that I got you covered for a gift that's less than $200. Not a lot of money. I mean, it might be for you these days, but trust me, it's not a lot of money. There are people out there asking for a hell of a lot more than what I ask for, and they give you a lot less than what I provide. All right? You got dismissal affidavits, just for filing dismissals. And then a lot of these things, you'll find them in these other folders, but I put them here so it's easier for you to find. So if you got to file a dismissal, you go right into the dismissal folder. Okay? If you got to file an objection, you got an objection folder, see, with all the affidavits. And again, some of these affidavits are in the other folders that you received, but I got them all in one folder to file an objection. You got a writ of habeas corpus. Paperwork. Alright, you got, that's what you received. And I just showed you one very happy guy. So happy that he sent me the email because he wanted me to share it with you guys. Okay? I'm losing my voice here. So anyway, I'm going to end the video here. My name is Rick. My email is rick0327@me.com. Okay? Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.